Horror Room. I'm Travis Bruce, and today I have an amazing guest, world-renowned kickboxing champion, karate champion, actor, action star, and also about to be brand new horror director. I got my man, Robert Parham. How's it
Very
going, Rob?
good. Hey, Travis, all good, man, all good.
Good, 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 man. You got two new named The Thirst and Cocaine Roach.
Right, right.
Definitely excited.
Yeah,
All right, so
me too, me too.
all right, so first time before we start getting into the horror, so how did you go from being a martial artist into an actor?
Um, to make a short story long,
Hmm.
growing up, we see all of our heroes on the screen: Jim Kelly, Ron Van Cleef, Carl Scott, Bruce Lee, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know, and growing up in martial arts, you wanted to be like them. And so when I started competing, and I saw some people parlay their skills, like Chuck Norris parlay his martial arts skills into films. Jim Kelly went from tournament fighting to films. Don Wilson went from kickboxing into films. I was like, well, I can do it too. So
Hmm.
that's what I did. I was fortunate enough to have a friend of mine, John Graham, Grandmaster John Graham, down in Alabama, who was a stunt coordinator on, I can't remember which film it was. Uh, a few films, but he got me in, and I haven't looked back since. It's been fun.
Saw that I believe one of your first roles was Under Siege.
Yeah, I was an extra in Under Siege. I was one of those drowning sailors. You need to like hit pause on your DVD, and you'll see me like right up under the steps getting all this water in.
Oh, okay. Now, did you get any one-on-one time with Tommy Lee Jones or Seagal?
um, Briefly, Seagal, briefly,
Okay.
um, and not Tommy Lee Jones. There was the one who played the Playboy Bunny jumping out of the cake. I don't recall her name.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and Damien Chapa.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, so yeah, did that
Okay. And
years ago. Wow.
I was going to say you've worked with a lot of tough guys. I mean, I've seen Pat Barry, UFC fighters, Pat Barry, Shoney
Yeah,
Carter.
yeah. Those my
Who
guys.
have,
My
yeah. Now, are there any guys out there who are fake tough guys that you ran into?
you try to put me on the spot.
I am.
Let's just say I've met a few. I'm not gonna throw them under the bus, but I've met a few, and to put it nicely, um, peace and blessings to them. Let them
Okay.
think what they want to think. You know, if they want to step in the ring, and we can step in the ring, and let them think what they want to think. I have no interest in. For me, I'm the toughest square person, the toughest man in this whole 3 foot square area, and that's all that matters to me.
That's all that matters. Now, working with a lot of mixed martial artists, have you ever thought about trying out mixed martial arts?
I did one mixed martial arts bout. I did actually. I fought in Las
Really?
Vegas. I fought a guy named Gary. I can't remember his last name. Tomasic, Tomasic, something. And yeah, I was going through a lot of emotional trials during my life. This is a couple years ago, and yeah, I fought and I knocked the guy out in the first round.
Wow. And just wanted to do one fight and that was good
That was
for
it.
you?
I just wanted to try
Wow.
it. That was it.
And you talk about action, working with, action heroes of yours. You got to work with one that, iconic Fred Williamson.
Yeah,
How was that?
the Hammer, man. He is first. He's funny, right? He's freaking hilarious.
Really?
He's hilarious, But when he comes to set on work, he comes to set to work. He doesn't play.
Hmm.
Um, so he puts it on this intimidating presence to the rest of the crew. But I knew that he was doing that to, scare everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's great. And he imparted a lot of knowledge. We talk all the time. We still talk. We still
Hmm.
communicate. So yeah, love Fred. Fred is man. He's a godsend for me. I think. You know.
I mean, that's absolutely amazing. I mean, my parents, I'm 40, but my parents grew up in the 70s
Mm-hmm.
and they were huge, the black exploitation movies. So I got a chance to watch a lot of, the Hammer, the Mac, Superfly, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of those movies.
Yeah, me
And
too. I watch them
yeah,
all the time. They're my inspiration. When I first came to California, and I wanted to get into films, um, one of my mentors was Jim Kelly.
wow.
We used to stay on the phone for hours at all ungodly times in the morning, and just talk about film, talk about his career, talk about things I should and shouldn't do, and how I should learn from things that he did and things that he didn't do. So yeah, there was Jim Kelly, there's Art Camacho,
Hmm.
there's Conan Lee, there's Fred Williamson, and there's my cousin. She's like my second cousin, Gloria Hendry. So they all import their knowledge upon me. I kind of sit, even though I'm doing independent film, I sit
Hmm.
on the shoulders of those giants. I've just
Hmm.
been fortunate. Wow.
I mean, it's amazing to be, in a film career and have that kind of network.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
That's
It is.
that's, uh,
You know,
that's definitely amazing.
it is. Ron Van Cleef too. I can't forget the Black Dragon.
Yes, yes,
Can't forget Ron. Ron is
man.
the
And
man.
I actually follow you on social media. I saw that you were at Bruce Lee's grave,
Right,
showing your
right,
respect. I mean,
right.
as a martial
Actually,
artist.
yeah,
Mhm.
actually we did that last year. It was last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he's interred in California,
In Seattle,
in
Washington.
Seattle. Wow. Okay, okay, okay. I don't know why I thought it was California.
Yeah. So that was my second visit to his grave. The first visit was very spiritual for me. The second one is, they added a walkway and barriers and everything walking straight to his. I was like, wow, this is different. you know,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
can't say that uh, I don't know how to feel about that. I guess it was necessary for as many visitors as he gets. Um, but I could feel some kind of way about that. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, for any martial artist, Bruce Lee is definitely influential. He's definitely an inspiration, especially
Mm,
American martial arts.
right, 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 right.
Now, mhm.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but there's a lot of people, especially nowadays, who don't appreciate what he did for the martial arts. And oh, I can beat Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee wasn't this and he wasn't that. But if it wasn't for Bruce Lee, martial arts wouldn't have ever been popular in films and movies and your schools, et cetera, and so forth. So, you know, uh,
Especially in the West.
especially in the West. So whether you like him or
Hmm.
not, give him the credit he deserves.
I agree. All right, so let's jump over to the Thirst and Cocaine Roach. All right, I'm excited. I'm excited. You sent me the trailers over. I'm excited. So the Thirst is a vampire. Like, tell me about that.
Okay, so The Thirst is a vampire movie. We have one of our stars is Hawthorne James. You might remember him as Big Red from the Five Heartbeats. Another
Yes.
mentor of mine, really, really good guy. Um, and the lead actor, or one of the leading actors, is used to be actually my acting coach. His name is Ali D'Souza.
Okay.
So his character is learning that he is in the last of a family of vampire slayers, but he's down on his luck. His wife left him. His business is failing. He's broke. He's an alcoholic. So everything that could possibly go wrong in his life. Now he's finding out, oh, I'm a vampire slayer. My family's vampire. Well, it's got nothing to do with me. But he gets mentored. He eventually, I don't want to give the whole story away, but he
Hmm.
eventually finds out why his wife was missing. He eventually finds out that there is a vampire trying to kill him. And the vampire is played excellently by Tori Scroggins. Now, Tori is a, a talent that I've never really seen before. He is very talented. He used to be Janet Jackson's makeup artist.
Really?
Yeah, so he's plays one hell of a vampire. One hell of
He
a
is menacing. He is menacing in the trailer.
vampire.
He definitely is. He is menacing in the trailer.
He's man, he's killing it. He is killing it. So I think we got
Literally.
about
Yeah.
7 or 8 more scenes to go, and then we'll be wrapped with that. So I can't wait for that to come out.
Okay. Now, are you releasing that streaming wise, or are you gonna?
So I'm gonna take it probably to I have a friend I work with. He's kind of my manager, kind of
Okay.
sorta. And well, I won't say kind of sorta. I'm say he is my manager, and he's gonna help me get the distribution that I need. I've tried different distribution channels, different companies, and he wants me to go another way. So we're gonna go another way this time. You
Okay.
know? Yeah.
And is there like a projected release date looking at
It probably January, February next year. I
next year?
originally wanted to do it in October, but now I want to do Cocaine Roach before I finish the Thirst. I think I can finish Cocaine Roach before I can finish the Thirst. Um, so we're gonna do that one first, and then finish the Thirst.
Okay. So going from action to horror, I'm assuming that you've been a horror fan your whole entire life.
I've been an action and a horror fan my whole entire life. Yeah.
So so what has been some of the inspiration? I know you watch a many horror movies, but have there been any inspiration filming or coming up with the idea of the thirst and cocaine roach that you've used?
Well, yeah. So going back, I like to call it the Black Renaissance era. A lot of people call it Black exploitation. So look at some of those movies. I especially looked at the ones that didn't do too well, like Black Frankenstein and Mr. Black and Mr. Hyde. Um, and I take from those and modern movies.
Okay.
One of my biggest influences in horror is Wes Craven. I
Love Wes Craven. Love.
love Wes Craven. Love him. So in my head, I'm taking Wes Craven, I'm taking Gordon Parks, and I'm putting them together to make a film. You
That's an
know,
interesting combination. That's an interesting combination.
you know. And if I had the gumption, I would throw a little Michael Mann and sprinkle Michael Mann on top. And so that's how I come up with these films. I was inspired. I obviously I saw Cocaine Bear. Obviously,
Hmm.
fun romp in the park. Loved it. And then some people did some spin-offs. What was it? Cocaine Cougar,
Yeah.
Cocaine Crabs from Outer Space, and
I did an interview with Cocaine Granny.
Cocaine Granny.
Cocaine Granny was coming
I
out.
gotta see that. Because you could take that premise and put it on anything. So I'm thinking,
Anything.
how do we in the urban arena take that and make it work for us?
And we
So
know about roaches, right?
we know about roaches. We know about I struggled. At first, it was going to be rats. At first, it was going to be rats. I was like, no, let's do roaches. Let's do roaches.
Roaches, yes, yes. So tell me about Cocaine Roach. I got to hear about this one.
Okay, so basically, it's the story of four people. Actually, it's five. Actually, it's
Are we in the
five.
projects or no?
No, not really. Not
Okay.
really. No. And one person, two best friends. All right, two real good friends. They're best friends. They basically want to get some weed. They go to their plug. They had lost their jobs. They go to their plug. Their plug is like, hey, you want to do something for me and I'll hook you up. I'll get you some real money. Take this stuff to the stash house and wait for the money. I'm going to send my bodyguard with you guys. So they go to the stash house. The two friends, the bodyguard and the one of the friends' girlfriend that he just met. Now here
Okay.
comes the twist. The girlfriend was the bodyguard's girlfriend just 3 days before.
Oh, that's
so they're
messy.
so they're in this house, they're in this stash house with all this coke and these roaches. So imagine the drama.
That sounds like a lot of drama. Now, are we going to have a lot of gore in this?
We're gonna have a moderate amount of gore. We'll have a
Okay,
moderate, you know. I'm not gonna tell you who survives. Somebody survives,
I want to know. Hmm.
but somebody's gonna survive. So because you got to set up the sequel. Come on.
I was about to ask, will there be Cocaine Roach too?
There will be Cocaine Roach too. Let me give you this special guest. I just booked, just signed the contract to have Lawrence Hilton Jacobs in this movie.
Whoa,
So we're
that's
gonna
big.
have Lawrence Hilton Jacobs in Cocaine Roach. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Be one of the ATF agents.
Nice, nice. I'm looking forward to Cocaine Roach. I mean, when we first talked and you said Cocaine Roach, I was like, yeah, you need to come on my channel. I got to hear about this Cocaine Roach idea.
you know, I mean, like I said, you can apply that to anything, but let's apply it to us.
Yes.
I mean, the bear, you said Granny, the shark, the what was it, cocaine crabs, the
Cocaine
cougar,
raccoon. Yep. I live
I
in
mean,
Baltimore and we got rats. We got some big old rats. I'm
yeah.
surprised they haven't came out with cocaine rat yet.
I almost did. It was almost cocaine rat or cocaine roach, one of the two. And then you could take it like me and some people kick around some ideas we're thinking about. Well, what other drugs are there? There's meth. How about meth parrot? Or how about a fentanyl ferret? Come on, we got to come up with these ideas. So,
And you
we're
can't
gonna.
do heroin because the animal would just be sleeping in the corner.
I
So
know, right? The antithesis of horror.
yes,
Oh, goodness gracious.
TCP Panda, you know.
Yeah, here you go.
So you said that
Oh,
the
now
cocaine roach is going to be coming out before the thirst.
probably so. Yes, I
Okay.
think we're gonna shoot this probably in 5 days. The quickest I've ever shot a movie was 4 days. I think we can shoot Cocaine Roach in 5 days because it's only one. It's about 3 locations. I have all my actors locked. The script is done. Everybody's ready to go. It's gonna be about an hour, 10 minutes, give or take. And yeah, I just signed this contract this morning to get Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. So we just have to lock our location, the one big location, and we're gonna be ready to go.
Are you doing all the filming on the West Coast?
Yes, all of it is here. I live in Oakland, so we're gonna film it the whole thing in Oakland. The
Okay.
whole thing. So I'll be able to show some of the sights and sounds of Oakland. Like the Lake Merritt, the Grand Theater. There's this other place I can't remember what the name of it is, but they have these grand statues of freedom fighters. You know, Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. It's a big statue of all of them together. So I already shot that. I already shot my B-roll. So we're gonna give Oakland some shine in this.
Oakland definitely needs some shines. I mean, Oakland. I mean, boy, they're taking all your teams away. I mean, it's
I know. I know. The Raiders are gone. The A's are
Warriors,
Warriors. I mean, what's left? What's left?
Raiders. I mean, come on. Yeah, nothing.
Nothing, no sport. I mean, even Andre Ward stopped boxing. Andre Ward's
Yeah.
from so now people are breaking into each other's cars and shit and all this because there's some sports teams to watch. Come on, man.
I felt bad for Oakland. I just said that. I was like, boy, Oakland is getting the shit in. I mean, Compton is like getting sports teams. I'm like,
Yeah, you believe that?
I
Man,
know.
man, but out here it's very artful. There's so much to do, so much art, so much history out here. I had the opportunity not long ago to visit the very first office of the Black Panthers. That was
Really?
wow. That
That's in
was
Oakland?
It's in Oakland.
Wow.
I also got the opportunity to visit Bruce Lee's first school in Oakland, where it used to be. It's now like a Subaru dealer. But in the dealership, they have the room where Bruce was, and they have all his posters all over the wall.
They kept
So
that
cool.
immortalized. That's pretty awesome.
So cool. I was like, wow. So there's a lot of history here, a lot of art here. There's just so much to do, a lot of food, a lot of cuisine, but people don't appreciate it. So I'm gonna do my best to make Oakland shine a little bit.
You got to, man, because I'm telling you, it's when it like even on the East Coast, when it comes to California, it's Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Diego.
Yep,
It
that's right.
shines on Oakland, man.
That's you're right. You're right. You're right. We're only a stone throws. I could throw a rock and be in San Francisco. I'd be in San Francisco in like 8 minutes. I mean it's right there. So yeah, I'm there's a series, I Am Virgo and Blind Spotting. So those two series are shot in Oakland. So they trying to do something out here.
Yeah,
A lot of the I think the filmmaking community here is just a little disjointed, you know. Um and I like to see it come together a little more, and we can do some great things out here in Oakland. Great thing. There's so much to see, so many places to shoot. It's just, oh man, Oaktown,
definitely
baby.
bring it back, man. So are you planning on doing a screening of Cocaine Roach in Oakland?
Yes, I plan on doing it at the Grand Theater once it's done. You
That'd be
know,
amazing.
the Grand Lake Theater. And that place is amazing. The Grand Lake Theater is amazing. I don't know the history of it, but just to look at it and to be inside, and it's amazing, man. Oh man, I saw what did I see at the Grand Lake Theater? Avatar, the second Avatar.
Oh wow,
And it's just I was just like, look at this place. I saw a Cocaine Bear too there.
you saw that there?
Yeah, so got to have it there. Got to screen it there.
I've been all throughout California, and so I actually took a baseball tour trip. It was a bus trip, and it started off in San Diego and it went all the way through, hit every California team. But we
Mm,
didn't spend that much time in Oakland, so I didn't get the chance to. Majority of the time was spent in San Diego, Los Angeles, and San Fran. But
you
yeah,
guys
we
took
didn't spend them.
a bus?
Yep, it was a bus.
Yeah. Yes, you probably didn't stay in Oakland, probably because the bus driver was scared someone was going to steal his tires off.
Yeah,
Even on
yeah.
blocks.
But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a true story. So I got to San Francisco. Speaking of San Francisco, I didn't see one black person in San Francisco, right?
Mhm.
And I got an Uber driver, and it was a young black lady, and she looked at me. She was like, "You're not from here." I was like, "Why do you say that?" She goes, "'Cause you're black." And I'm like, well, "Where's all the black people?" And then she told me the story. She told me the story, and I actually did research. At one point, San Francisco had the highest amount of black home ownership in the whole entire country.
Mhm.
In the whole entire country. And then gentrification happened. They raised the
Mhm.
property taxes and they pushed them to the
Push it,
Oakland area.
push them all out. O.J. Simpson's father used to live in Oakland. I mean, in San Francisco. You
Hmm.
know, a lot of the what's his name? A lot of the former, I don't want to say ex, but former baseball players that used to play with the A's used to live in San Francisco. Yeah, all that stuff. They pushed them all out, man.
Pushed
All
them
out.
all out, man. You don't see one black person in sight in San Francisco.
No,
Not
not
one
really.
black person.
Not
Yeah.
really. Unless you're visiting or something, but not really.
Hmm.
So as it goes, so it is.
Yeah. I mean, even on the East Coast, DC, Washington, DC used to be Chocolate City. Ain't chocolate anymore. You don't see a black person in sight in DC.
Oh man, I'm originally from New Jersey, so
Okay.
I know what you're talking about, man. I was
Yeah.
just up there 2 years ago shooting a movie, with Willie the Bam Johnson. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking. I was like, hey, isn't this Baltimore? Isn't it supposed to be Chocolate City? What the hell? Yeah, I know. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, because I had a conversation with your buddy, Franklin. We were talking about Newark, New Jersey, and how that is even different now.
Yeah, New Jersey's different. New
Hmm.
Jersey, Staten Island, parts of Brooklyn, Bronx, all of that. It's changed, man. Times have changed. Goodness
Time.
gracious. Ah. Uh,
Well, Robert, how can my fans find you?
you can find me on Facebook, Robert.Parham. You can find me on Instagram at the real Robert Parham. Those are basically the two best ways to catch up with me.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. And guys, listen, I'm gonna have Robert back on once Cocaine Bear. I'm sorry, not Cocaine Bear. Ooh, Cocaine Roach. Cocaine Roach releases. We're gonna talk about the movie. Definitely check it out, and also the Thirst coming out, and you said about January.
Yeah, January, somewhere around here, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Yes, Robert, it's been an absolute pleasure, my friend.
Thank you.
Definitely gotta come back on again, man.
Anytime, man. I love your show. Um, I watch your show. I've seen some of the interviews you had. Some of them have been very colorful.
Thank you, thank you.
So,
Franklin was good, well, wasn't it?
couldn't have been more happy to have been on your show, man.
I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming to Horror Room. I'm Travis Bruce. You guys take care. I'm gonna see you guys next time.